As Richard Todd famously says in the Dam Busters, well, chaps, by my watch, it's time to go. So, good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing very well. Hope you're staying dry and safe in this horrendous weather we're having in the UK. Hope your weather wherever you are is all very nice as well. Interesting stat I've noticed today, going through my analytics as I often do. 47% of my viewers are now outside of the UK. So we're becoming very international, and I feel it. It's lovely. Let's I'll have a quick chat and see who's in the house, as I believe the youth say. Spruce and Glues, hi. Up there first, very good. George Barrett, hi. Nick, hey. Lee in your loft in Anfield, how you doing, big man? Dave, World War II scale modelling, good to see you. Hey, Chris, Bobby, yep. Mystery Box Nick, how are you, my friend? Very good to see you there. Rob, good to see you too. Andy, yep. Chris, all the good stuff out. Chris, Tice, hello, my friend Andy. Leslie, wow. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing very, very well. I've got, as you can see, the Meng Tiger that I've been trying to build for a few months now. So I hope I'll make a bit of progress on this. One little thing, I'll do it on air because I don't know how to do it elsewhere. Spruce and Glues, you finished the Airfix Seeking. Absolutely brilliant. I hope you enjoyed it because I think it's a stunning, stunning kit. I really, really enjoyed making it. And you got to the end of it. Kudos, my friend. Kudos. Hi, Adam. Hi, Andrew. Looking forward to Telford. Yes, I am. Oh, Mark, hello. 1968 Concord. Good to see you. Hi, Dane. How you doing, fella? I've got to take this off. I can't read this. My sight's really weird. I can read the screen here, but I can't read the screen like that. So I'm backwards and forwards. It's whatever. I'll put them away for a while and just deal with it. Oh, hi, Joe. How you doing? Spruce and Glues. Now, look, I remember you saying you're a young lad and you haven't got a lot of money to buy kits. Right? Well, one of the other viewers here got in touch with me and said, put me in touch because I might have something here that might be okay. But I don't know where you're ended up. So what I'm going to suggest is if you go to my channel homepage, right, there's a tab where the community things and all that. There's a tab that says About. Click on that. In the bottom left, there's my email address. Okay. Now get one of your parents or whoever it is who looks after you, parents, guardian, if you're at school, housemaster, whatever, get them to drop me a line, then I'll put them in touch with this other person, okay? Only because it's a strange and weird world and I don't want to be farming email addresses of young lads online. It's entirely wrong. We've got to involve your parents so they know everything's kosher and above board, yeah? So get one of them, or whoever it is who looks after you, to email me through that link, okay? If you have trouble finding it, let me know and I'll pop it up here anyway, okay? But do please look, because someone asked me, like, I couldn't figure out a way of getting in touch with you, my friend, okay? Well, if you built that Seeking, then you can take on anything. Well done, you. Let me see now. Bob Crookham, first question of the night. How do you attach a vac form canopy to a resin fuselage? Best thing I can suggest is to use PVA glue, white PVA glue, or Dane Stewart sent me I'll put it on here, AK Crystal Magic Glue. This stuff is brilliant. It will glue anything to anything pretty much because it's PVA, it's polyvinyl acrylate, so it doesn't have to melt anything. It actually bonds directly to the surface, but it can bond to pretty much anything. It's my go-to glue for canopies because it doesn't have the sort of organic solvents in it that regular polystyrene cement and things like that have. So it won't cause crazing and all that. It takes time to dry. Best to put it on and leave it overnight. The other benefit is it dries absolutely clear. So if you've got a tiny little gap between things, you can use that and fill in the gap and you won't notice it. Big do. Spirits and Glues, brilliant. Do that please, my friend, because I know the guy who asked me about it. He's a properly good fella, and he was desperate to get in touch and send you something. Um, Jules, you used Humble Red paint the other day, and it's still sticky. Really? Oh my goodness me! It's that's horrendous. Do you know the other thing? By the way, while I'm talking about Crystal Magic, the other thing I use it for is temporarily tacking things onto a kit. Um, I'll give you an example. The Cossack 2 vehicle I'm building, it's got loads of doors, but it's got camouflage, digital camouflage decals that sort of go across the doors. So what I've done is I've tacked the doors closed because they're actually going to be open eventually. But I've tacked them closed literally with 2 drops of Crystal Magic, and that will hold them there. Once it's dry, it holds them there for ages. I can spray it, varnish it, do the decals, do weathering and all that, and then just prise the doors off, just clean off 2 little tiny bits of PVA, then put the doors on properly. It's magic stuff, absolutely magic. Dane, lovely community here. Do you know what it is? And I feel absolutely honoured and delighted that it is. I when you get involved with social media, you have to be very, very wary. And you know, there's a lot of strange and stupid people out there who've got their own agendas and whatever. But so far, I would say I actually can't think of anyone who's been really awful. It's been a very supportive and very friendly and very welcoming and very non-judgmental community, and that makes me very, very happy indeed. Same on the Facebook group, it's like 450 odd members now, and it all just goes along, and people are really nice and people are supportive. You know, people are showing their stuff and people saying either anyone's got to say, I've done this, but is there a better way of doing it? There'll be a half dozen people saying, yeah, what I found works is da 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 da, not in a sort of really supercilious, oh yes, well, you know, if you were a proper model maker, you'd do it this way, but a genuinely helpful. That's a really good effort. But yeah, you want to see what I would suggest is maybe have a go at this or maybe try that. It is so good. It's so nice. I love it. Superglue accelerator. We wouldn't go anywhere near it. Oh, the Bugatti from the Airfix range. Oh right, is it is it a Veyron? The Bugatti Veyron. I've got one up there actually. I should make it. I've got a Bugatti Veyron and a Pagani blah 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 blah. I don't know what they call themselves. Peter, have you decided that the winter group? You know what? I think there's a lot of people who have been really good about it and really happy and cheerful about it. And yeah, let's do it. I'm going to say 1st of December. Let's give ourselves time to calm down from the last one. Give me time to finish the video. Well, there's so many things that are going. There's so many kits that are made that have been sent in. It's taken me a long time to put them all nicely together and put labels properly and all that, and then I'm going to mix it all and make music. So hopefully should get some time, a bit of time over the weekend. I'll definitely be before Telford. I promise you, before Telford it'll be up there. That will be the end of that then, and then we can look forward to another group build. I was kind of thinking of doing one next spring, but then a lot of people, oh, can we get one quicker? So yeah, we will. Why don't we? 1st of December to 31st of January, so over Christmas. And yeah, Winter Warriors I thought would be cool. So the idea is something to do with winter. Now, your interpretation of it can be very open. It could be literally people in the winter fighting. It could be, winter camouflage kit. It could be things that are broken down in the winter. It doesn't have to be military. It could be a broken down car in a snowstorm, that's in snow drifts. It could be a train going through. It could trying to bash its way through a snowdrift if you're really, really good at modelling. It could just be people. It could be very bedraggled looking French troops on the way back from the invasion of Moscow in 1812, on the way back to recrossing the Berezina River. It could be anything like that. Yeah, whatever. Go for it. And I know our friends in the southern hemisphere are going to say, yeah, winter doesn't have to be snow. Yeah, absolutely right. If it's something you're doing training in this winter, so it can be either, it can be your winter, which is our summer, people, or why not turn it on its head and say, well, whilst you guys are doing all this stuff and it's freezing cold, down here it is absolutely cracking the pavements and we're in the middle of desert training at like 50 degrees, whatever. Yeah, just have some fun, just have a laugh. I'll put it all online and I'll put it all in a big thing. I've done a little uh, logo for it, and yeah, I think that'll do. I've got one planned. um, I've got a, actually it was a Nick mystery box. I wasn't going to open it yet. It was a Christmas one, I think. It was, well, Christmas themed because it had the word Santa on the front. It said Santa's new way of, replacing Santa's sleigh. And I thought, okay, this is going to be a winter thing. I'll open that, and it's going to be a hoot. I promise you. I'm going to do a snow scene, I think, with it, but it's going to be hilariously funny. Anyway, so that's the plan. More on the channel later, but absolutely. Spruce and Glues, yes, I am going to be at Telford. I'm going to be there both days, all day, both days. I'll be wearing the uniform, so I'll be wearing something with my logo on. You know what I look like anyway. I'm like, 6'2", and I tend to stand out. Um, sometimes in a good way, sometimes not in a good way, but I do stand out. I'll be around. Please, I'd love to meet you, Dad. Love to meet him and thank him for getting you inspired and to make kits. And yeah, get him to email me. That would be brilliant. Oh man, James VC from New South Wales in Australia. Goodness me, wow. Hi, g'day. Bet your weather's a little bit better than it is here. Andrew, you've got 2 kits on a diorama at Modelworks. Fantastic. I do need to go down there before Christmas just to say hi to the guys and have a chatter. So if it's still there, I'll look out for it. That's brilliant. Good for you. Good for you, man. Let's see. You'd like to see live more than once a month. Paul, I will think about it. It will be a different day of the week because, as I may have mentioned, it would be the first and third Thursday normally, but the third Thursday is my club night. I ain't missing out on it. So, but then there's a lot of people can't do Thursday, so maybe the third Tuesday. How about that? Is that, how do you think about that? How, everyone think about, maybe we'll do it in the new year, not just yet, but maybe in the new year we'll settle down with the channel. Channel's a little busy at the moment, a little bit crazy at the moment, but maybe a Tuesday evening, third Tuesday of the month. Let's see how we go. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Oh, Andy, you've already made plans, of course. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Dane, I'll see you on the Sunday, my friend. Brilliant. That'll be excellent. As I say, you'll notice me. Incidentally, if you didn't see it on Monday Matters, A, why not? And B, just to let you know, a couple of my kits will be at Telford on the Harrow, my local club, their table, Harrow IPMS table. The pink Spitfire will be there, and the Arado E555, that flying wing bomber that I did in the Capture British Colours. They'll be there. They're right next to the Mosquito SIG special interest group as well. So nice little collection of things. There's some properly good model makers at Harrow as well. You'll see some good things. Ryan, Monday. Iron Maiden kits. If you go to the video of that Monday Matters, click on the information box underneath it, and it will say more because it'll only come up with a few things. So it said more. In there is a link to all of the kits, all the manufacturers I have that week, each week. I put a link to everyone, so there is a link there. I think it might be an Italian company or something like that, but they've actually got a deal with Iron Maiden to do all this, so it's like official merch sort of stuff. So have a look in the chat. I can't remember off the top of my head, but if you have a look in the information below that episode of Monday Matters, it'll be in there. Uh, right, Ben. Oh, you started modelling in April. Excellent. Glad to hit. Welcome to the hobby, my friend. And you've done 10 already. Well, good for you. Wow. Excellent. Good stuff. Um, yeah. Absolutely fantastic. Join in the group building, then you can. Yeah, but actually, what you can do is go on Facebook anyway and just share your work with us anyway. But join the group build as well and work on something winter based. And yeah, show it all. Absolutely fantastic. What else? Oh, for Christmas, he asked to me a 48 Spitfire. I have not actually made that. I really haven't made that yet, just yet. But yeah. That would be a good kit to make, I'm sure. No, I haven't made a Tamiya Spitfire. I'm sure lots of people here will have done, and lots of people will say, by the way, look out for this, look out for that. They're very helpful. Lee, how late can you buy tickets for Telford? Um, I think it's actually pretty late. It's just you cannot buy them on the door, for certain. It is done through the venue. There's a ticket sales company through the venue, so it's done through them. But if you go, yeah, I'm sure you should be able to buy them now or even next weekend. I don't see why. I know people buy them pretty late, so you should be okay. You should be okay. Uh, Oh, Dan, you're working on your RAF F-35B. Ooh. Is that the new one, the Tamiya one, or whatever it is? Because that looks really nice. Hobby Time Revel are doing Iron Maiden stuff. Okay. Well, I don't know if you saw the video, but the things maybe that was speaking about were like these 3D printed recreations of album covers. I mean, they look amazing, but yeah, not my thing. But the music very much is, I should say. Number of the Beast. Oh, superb. Hey, Jim Braden. Hello, my friend. How are you? Tuesday's good for you? That is good for me too, man. Excellent. Uh, yeah, yeah. What scheme did I use? Yes, I think mine was the red and grey one. Actually, yeah, it was. It was the red and grey one. Yeah. Um, okay. Italy, Tamiya. Oh, the 172nd day. No, okay, cool. What's it like? Is it a decent kit? I don't know. Again, I haven't made it, so let me know what you think about it. Okay, I think we're pretty much caught up. Excellent. I better start doing some of this while I'm chatting away. Almost forgot. Beer of the month, McEwen's, very good. Mm. Lovely, rich, fruity, hoppy. McEwen's Champion. Well worth it. 148 BF 109 G6. Oh right. BF G6. Now I've got a G14, haven't I? Yes, indeed. I'm going to be making one of those very soon. Actually, one of those Edward 109s. Okay. Excellent. Right. Yeah. I better get a piece of plastic to glue onto another piece of plastic. It is, after all, what I do. Are there any modelling groups in Southwest London? Bob, kind of depends on what Southwest London. Yeah, I don't actually know. If you go to the IPMS website, they will have a list of all the sort of affiliated clubs like which. Or if you go on their website and have a look at the information for Telford, it's got a list of all the clubs that are at Telford, and one of them would be there. It must be somewhere in Southwest London. I don't know. Ben, you've bought all 3 V bombers from Airfix. Oh my goodness, well done you. Given you're quite new to this, I would recommend you start with the Valiant myself. Then probably the Vulcan. and then the Victor, or maybe the Victor before the. I haven't actually made the Victor yet, so I don't know. My feeling is the Victor might be a. I don't know why I said Victor, because the Vulcan. The issue with the Vulcan is getting the wing put together and set properly, and there's a lot of internal structure and stuff like that. But start with the Valiant first, because that's a relatively straightforward build. The Valiant and the Victor and the Valiant and the Vulcan, both of those I've got videos from. You have to go back a long way to look at them, but yeah, I would start with the Valiant first, definitely, and then have a look at just have a look at the instructions on the Victor and the Vulcan. And it also depends what loadout you're going to. If you're going to do the Vulcan with all the bombs, you've got like 21 1,000-pound bombs to make and put in, or you might go with the blue steel or whatever. The actual kit isn't too bad at all. It's actually really nice. Right, let's see. Okay, cool. Hey Bugler, how you doing? You're staying safe, my friend. Ethics Club starts at the school. Okay, tell you what you should do there is tell someone there to get in touch with Airfix, because they might do packs of stuff to help you out. I know they're doing it with the Scouts Association or something, a Cub badge now or something like that. But they may well have something to do with schools that already sort of package together a group of stuff that they can send you, or some information they can send you that will help, take out a lot of the levels of admin of getting stuff ready. And they've already thought of a lot of the issues that you may come across. See what I mean? Sebastian Alan, hola, from Argentina. How are you doing, my friend? We can have an unofficial sweepstake on how many tiger bits get assembled. Robert, you can. I actually don't know how many it's going to be, because I'm desperately sitting here reading my mail and having chats and enjoying your wonderful company, all you great people, and I haven't actually done any of this stuff yet, so I don't even know what I'm doing. A2. This is A2. This is piece A2. Hi. Hey Keith, how you doing from Tassie? G'day, mate. Showery, but it's not as showery as it is here, fella. I'll tell you that right now. It's a bit more than showery at the moment. There's some people with some major flooding in this country at the moment. I hope everything's okay in the land, as I said before, of Ricky Ponting and Jant's champagne, which is absolutely delightful. Rob, yeah, I'd have thought there'll be one somewhere on the Wirral, Spruce and Grizz. Incidentally, where my dear wife is from, the Wirral. So it's a good place to be. I'm sure there's going to be some. Oh yeah, now the big guns are in the house. Crazy Locha, how you doing, my friend? I hope you are keeping safe out there. Ring the bell and wash your hands, or Santa will indeed clog all of your airbrushes. That sounds like some sort of curse that's going on. Amazing. Yeah. Does that go there? I don't even know if that actually goes there yet. How you doing, big fella? Hope you're staying safe out there on the roads. Do worry about you. I hope the weather's better. Is here. I don't know if you do you have winter in Florida? I know. Yeah, a lot of people, snowbirds you call them, whatever. They come down to Florida for the winter, don't they? They migrate. Don't know what the weather's going to be like. Oh, okay, cool. What? Sitting more than driving, does that mean that the traffic's really, really awful? I hope not, because it means you're going to have a really, really late day. And that's not a good thing. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, airbrushes. I've been sent another one. I thought I hadn't told you this yet. I'll be right back. 1 second. I promise I'm not running away. Oh. So, you know the guys at Gallery. Okay, well, maybe you don't know them, but you know of them because I've told you about the guys at Gallery. Huh? They have a new airbrush. It's this one, the Swallowtail. It's a collaboration with Studio G, an art company, and it is. Now, you know the most recent one I did was the GHAC 98D, the one with the really sort of profiled needles and the mirror cup and all that. Well, it's one of those, but with a trigger. Oh yeah, oh yeah. How cool does that look? How cool does it look? I tell you, not half as cool as it feels to you. That is beautiful. It also comes with the mirror cups in 2 sizes. It comes with 3 needles, a 0.28 as well as a 0.5 and a 0.7. That's I'm going to review very soon because I'm really excited about that. Now, if you haven't seen this channel, you need to already. It's called Barbatos Rex. You probably have. The man is the best. He tests spray paints and airbrush paints and airbrushes and amazing amount of stuff, and he's really good at it. He has his own collaboration coming out, I think later this month. Okay, so maybe hang on until they've got the Gallery with the Barbatos Rex collaboration, because he's going to try to get a stand included. He's got like these little metal stands that have got like a quick release clip on, so the airbrush is not using it as a clip on and sit there. Lovely thing. His brother is a tool machinist, so he makes them for him, I think. But check out his website, and he mentions it on there, and because if it's as good as the AC98 but with a needle and with a thinner needle but with a trigger, that's going to be absolutely mind-blowing. So do check out his channel. Yeah, well, you see, yeah, but you're right, Crazy Ultra, with the 0.7 needle you're going to pump up the pressure a bit. You're going to be able to push any of these sort of slightly gloopier primers through, without having to water them around. It'll straight through. That'd be amazing. Where's Maria from? She was from Heswall originally, years and years ago. I mean, it's a long time since she moved down to London, but yeah, a long time. Yeah, Barbatos Rex. Yeah, Crazy Legend put me onto Barbatos Rex originally. Said you've got to watch these guys, and this guy is amazing, and check out his thing. He does a really good video on cleaning airbrushes. Really good. So there we go. Okay, right. I'm getting a lot of flack. I'm getting more flack than the drivers of the original tanks did, I think. Okay. I'm not, Peter, I'm going to get sidetracked all the time. That's what I like and also strange about this channel and this whole live chat thing. Is I'm like like our dogs actually at the moment. We're going for a walk with the dogs, and you'd be walking on, yeah, throw the ball for me, throw the ball, oh, squirrel, and that's it, they're off. My mind's like that quite often. Yeah. Yes. Right. Okay. So yes, I've put one part on. That's a major achievement. Are there any other parts of that to put on? I've put on that bit. I've put on the A9. I'm not going to put on the A3 yet because that's an aerial. There is there's a D9 to put on. Very exciting. A D9 is a shackle of sorts. Sounds actually a bit strange when I say it like that. D9 is a shackle and I'm very excited about putting it on. Hey ho. There we go. Oh, thank you, Crazy Locha. Do you know what? I'm kind of trying to be that. I don't want to be. Don't want to be much different to what I am now. I mean, just sort of a tall idiot rambling away and who's reasonably good at making model kits, and that's all. And as my dear late mother would have said, I enjoy dressing up and showing off, and that's essentially what YouTube is. You just, you know, put your uniform on and show off in front of everyone. But there we go. I love it. I love what I do. I'm living the dream. As I tell you constantly, anyone who will listen to me, I am living the dream. This is the best job I've had in years, probably all my life, to be honest with you, pretty much. Certainly the best job I've had for a very, very long time. And I had to chat with all these wonderful people. Ooh. Right, Chris, the MiG-21 and the Zeke. MiG-21 haven't made much progress on that because things have just been a bit crazy. The Zero, a little bit of progress, but not really enough yet to put a video together. But it's happening, but it is so slow. Yeah, there's a lot going on, a lot of other things going on that I'm dealing with. That mean, I don't actually get as much time as I would like to, but there's lots of content coming. Don't worry about that. Keith, off to work now. Thank you so much for joining me all the way from Tasmania. I mean, that's amazing. Tasmania, New South Wales. This incredible. Plastic Alchemist, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. Say it quietly, but I have finished page 5. Page 5 of the instructions. We go on to page 6, which is the back. Okay, right. Yeah. Now, okay. We have to make an executive decision here, you see. Now, the thing with this kit, I'm beginning to sound like I know what I'm talking about now, because I'm back to where I belong, which is making bits of plastic stick to each other. The thing with this kit is you kind of put the pegs in here and you close them up. Now, you're supposed to put the tracks on first, right, and close them up, and then put the stuff on, yeah? But then you can't get to the tracks to paint them. So I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to just do what the instructions tell me to do, you know? I'm that sort of person. I'm not an anarchist. Well, I kind of am in a different way, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to put the tracks on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to paint these or not, but anyway. It's not like the tracks take a long time to put on, frankly. And it is only a toon tank. I shouldn't say it's only a toon tank. It's a tank. There's no such thing as only in the model making world. Whatever you're making, it's never, oh, it's only this, it's only that. It's the model you're making at the moment, and that's what makes it important and special, I think. I know I sound all very 80s new wave when I say rubbish like that, but it's true, I think. Okay, so yeah, let's go for it. Let's put this thing together then. So you doubters, you naysayers who thought, aha, Gary will never finish this tank. It will be the twilight of the gods when it is finished. The Götterdämmerung, if you like. If you a mythical bent, or indeed like your Wagner. I don't particularly like Wagner. Well, it's music anyway. Look at that, brilliant. Crazy Locha, oh, you are such a good man. Thank you so very much for that on behalf of everyone who's just been gifted a membership. That's really cool if you do. That's really nice. Thank you so much. Mr. Hobby Glue. The same thing. As actually, look now. Look, I've got two Mr. Hobby glues here now. Thanks to various people. I've got this one, which is in a purple lid, but it's very clear. It's not the same stuff as Tamiya Extra Thin, which is over here. It smells very different. This is, I think, largely acetone or something. Or at least half of it's probably acetone. I don't know. There is somewhere where people have done this because it's also something like airbrush cleaner or something like that. It's essentially the same product, but in a smaller bottle and twice as expensive. But there we go. So it's a different product. I've got that, and I've also got that's the SP. Sorry, this is the regular S, and that's SP. I'm guessing this is fast setting. I don't actually know the difference myself. Spirits and Glues. Oh, you got to go. Good to see you. Remember, get your dad to get in touch with me, and I'll see you at Telford, the both of you. Look forward to that. Yes, Crazy Loader, thank you for reminding everyone. Not only do you, when you get a channel membership, not only are you helping the channel enormously, I have to say, but you do get to see Supporter Special every Saturday. Last weekend was a record. It was 45 minutes of me. Do you know what? It's not rambling. Yes, it is rambling. What am I talking about? Of course it's rambling, but it's good rambling, I hope. It's entertaining rambling and informative rambling, which is what I hope everything here is. Informative and entertaining, just like the BBC is supposed to be. Well, it was a 45-minute show, talking about this and that. What I do is I just talk about the channel in a bit more detail. It's a bit more what I'm planning to do, what I'm thinking of doing, how I'm doing different things, how the channel itself is doing, sharing some of the analytics and the stuff I'm getting from the analytics, what I'm understanding from the analytics to try and make the thing better. And then I'll throw out some questions, I'll throw out some things and say, look, I'm thinking of this, I'm thinking of that, what do you guys think? And to be perfectly honest, I really, really do listen to what comes into these things, because I've got to, because at the end of the day, you guys are the ones who are creating what the channel is. I can sit here and make models and make videos and put them online, and that's lovely, but if no one's watching them, what's the point? I might as well not bother with the whole YouTube bit, but I do, because I like sharing it, and I hope people like watching it, and maybe I can find out some things, but then we can get a conversation going as well, which is what the whole of this is about. So, I'll talk about longer term thinking as well. I'll be saying what I'm doing next week, what I'm probably do the week after, what I've asked for from here, what I think is coming in from there, and some projects I've been working on, some ideas I've been working on, and things like that. It's just like a bit more of a clubby sort of. Clubby sounds like I hit people over the head with clubs, which I don't. It's a bit more of a slightly sort of involved membership, basically. That's what it's there for. So, if you're wondering what it's all about, that's what it's all about. Yeah, some I've I was looking earlier today. Some people keep saying, "Oh, when are you going to do some armour? When are you going to do some armour?" And I'm doing the MRAP Cossack 2, which is kind of almost armour in a way. But then I've got the Tamiya BT7, Soviet BT7 tank. And I had a look at that actually earlier tonight, thinking, maybe I'll do that soon. And yeah, I think I probably will. Before the end, well, I was going to say before the end of the year, but the end of the year is not all that far away. Maybe early next year, I'll get that. I'll have a go at that, because there's a couple of figures with it. It's Lincoln length tracks, so there's a whole load. The whole bottom of the track is like one piece, but then there's like little links for going round the wheels, and it's quite open, so it'll be easier to weather and stuff like that, and figure out the order of doing stuff. So maybe. There is photo etch, but very, very little of it. So I might have a bash at that. I should really do it one day. Really do. ACF Nuggets, very enjoyable rabbing. Well, thank you so much. I'm really, really glad to hear it. Yeah, as I say, I do try and entertain. You won't believe how much. Now, see, why would you make me put that part on first, and then I've got to fit the whole of the back of the vehicle round it? Very silly, Mr. Meng. Yeah. There we go. That's the back of the tank. My goodness. This will never do. This will never do. Andy, you did, yeah. I saw, I think was it on Facebook? You put it on Facebook, a 1/72nd scale link and length. I mean, the link bit, easy. I can do the length bit on these things, but the link bits, oh, goodness knows how that's going to go. But anyway, we'll see. 1/48th Airfix Spitfire 1A. Okay, the Airfix tank, Spitfires are really nice, really nice. The Tamiya one is finished. No, I don't think so. I'm not sure. I'll have a look. Can I spray Vallejo model colour? I do frequently spray Vallejo model colour. In fact, I was doing it earlier today. I was spraying some Vallejo model colour. Like a lot of Vallejo things, it's very variable in that one colour will be like water and go straight through the aircraft, and other colours are actually really, really, really thick, even though they're model air. So yeah, Jaws, you're not being a bear, mate. Really, I'm working very hard to get that group build video up. Promise you, it will definitely be up before Telford. I'm saying it might not look it when it comes out, but it does actually take a lot of production, and there are a lot of other things going on that I have to deal with, sadly, at the moment. Paint it pink. But it's a thought. Why not? Shame it's not a panther. See what I did there? Yeah, I don't have to be there. Yeah, I could have been on the stage, sweeping it up. Right, there we go. The back's on. How about? Oh, better glue that in as well, I suppose. Suppose I should. Oh, Tank Fest. Yeah. That's another one. I keep saying to my mate Neil that we should go to Riyadh next year. I haven't been to Riyadh since before it was Royal. It was at Greenham Common last time I saw it, I thought. Anyway, yeah, I should go for it. Hi Jake, how you doing, mate? Okay. 70 to 200 lens, very nice, very nice. Nothing wrong with buying new lenses. I don't have to buy them anymore. I've got all the lenses I need, fortunately. It's one benefit of being married to a photographer. Another benefit of working for someone that gets discount at some of the manufacturers back in the old days. Yeah, there we go. Woohoo! A scorpion in bright pink, yeah. Oh, don't they paint them like for range work and stuff like that? Don't they paint them pink or something so that even the worst gunners can actually see what they're aiming at? I think they do. White, ooh, a white 70 to 210. My goodness, very, very nice. Yeah, model colour. You're right. Model colour needs a lot of it, but then model colours is really brush painting stuff, I guess, ultimately. But yeah, depending, as I say, some of the kind of like the RF dark green, I don't put any thinner. I put a little bit of what do you call it? Flow improver, the retarder, whatever you call it, in just to stop it drying in the old airbrush. But then, I mean, the Model Air Metal, like the silver and aluminium and steel, you can just brush those straight out. They're so thick, so thick. And some are really like permanent as well. Some of the greens are really difficult to get out of your airbrush. But there we go. Have a great evening yourself, Noon. It's lovely to see you. Thanks so much for dropping by. Really do appreciate it, big man. Yeah, see, as I said, it was a long time ago I went there. I used to go a lot to air shows back in the day, many years. I used to go to a lot with my dad, to be fair. Um, uh, the International Air Tattoo was one we used to go to a lot. Mildenhall, RF Mildenhall used to put on a brilliant show there that we used to go to, and the best parking in the world, because it was run by like the American Air Force military police, and they were so efficient at getting people in and getting them out again, and whistles and all the white things and the cravats and all the just so organised and so brilliant. And barbecues with like 45-gallon oil drums cut in half, put on with like a mesh on top, and a load of charcoal, and that's it. Burgers and stuff all day long. Oh, absolutely amazing, absolutely wonderful. My mouth is watering. Let's have a drink. Cheers, everyone. My intention is to become the Keith Floyd of modelling, but not with the same outcome, obviously. Ducks, I love Duxford as well. That's really nice. Really nice. Hi, Emma, how you doing? Good to see you. Lakenheath, never got to Lakenheath. But yeah, Mildenhall used to do all the time. Fantastic show. Did go to Duxford a lot back in the day. We used to go Biggin Hill, places like that, Shuttleworth. I still love going up there because you're so close to the action there, because of the way the airfield's laid out and the way the planes sort of bank around the audience, and you get beautiful views. I mean, some of the best shots I've taken of things like the Lancaster, Sea Fury and things like that have been there because of the way they bank around the audience. Absolutely beautiful, and you're really quite a lot. You feel a lot closer. There are rules, there are laws about how close you can be, obviously, but you just feel a lot closer there. I don't know if you actually are. I don't imagine, but yeah, the lenses aren't quite as racked out to their full pitch as they normally are everywhere else. I don't need. Do I need? Oh, I need B12. I do need B12. Oh, that's lucky. SR71. I only seen one SR71 at an air show. That was a long time ago. What a beast. What a beast. Here I am, very old. When I was going there, this is way before things like the F-22s and stuff like that. They just, people would be visiting with like starfighters and Subdrakens and Vegans. Just amazing stuff. Amazing stuff that you think now, oh, that's vintage, and but it's front line back in those days. That's so long ago it was. Burgers and buds for $1 each. It probably were, actually. Wasn't drinking Budweiser at the time, and actually I would have been driving, so maybe Dad may have had one or two. But the burgers were dirt cheap. I mean, very, very, very heavily subsidised as well, I suspect. And it was a properly good atmosphere. American Air Force, American military bases in general do family things so well. Really so well. They're very good at like community involvement and family involvement and making things friendly and easy. Absolutely brilliant. I used to love them so much. Um, then life takes over, obviously. Well, that's trying to escape. So you go over there. That is C, which is the bit I want now. Navy Daedalus, yeah, lovely. Oh, your uncle was in the Fleet Air. Yay, superb. That's where my dad was, of course, in Fleet Air probably quite a lot longer ago. Bless him. But there we go. Oh, Simon. Oh, man. Have a good night's sleep if you can, my friend. And we'll see you soon. See you on Facebook probably as well, won't we? Have a good evening. Sleep well, my friend. Yeah, Eastbourne. Yeah, no, it's there's so many shows packed up, didn't they? Waddington. Never went to Waddington for an air show, I don't think. No, I don't think I ever went to Waddington. It's an air show. Where was I? I went to Cranwell, but cadet camp at Cranwell one year. That was fun. It's different. And that was obviously in Lincolnshire. It's not far from Waddington and Scampton. We're just up the road. Didn't get to either of them. Oh, yeah. You know, there's a lot of stuff coming back. You know, there's coming back to flying condition as well. Obviously, there's that Tempest 2 that started flying again. Yeah, my mate Neil and I. We do. I do like a Sea Fury. I used to watch those at air shows, and the sheer sort of brute noise it made, and the big 5-bladed prop, and the whistling from the exhaust pipes as it goes past, that big old Centaurus whistle going on. Love it. But then you look at the Tempest 2, which is the same deal, essentially, but without the hump. The Sea Fury's got a bit of a hump, so it's raised the cockpit so the pilot can see over the front end of the engine. Well, Tempest 2 don't have that. That little bit more sleek makes it the best looking plane ever, in my humble opinion. There'll be a lot of people disagree with that, and that's fine. You're entirely entitled to disagree. That's a good thing, but I think it's certainly the best piston engine plane ever built. I would say the Hunter runs it. For jets, Hunter, without question, is the prettiest aeroplane ever created by humanity, in my humble opinion. But there we go. Yeah, Galaxy. Yeah, those are big old things. Yeah, Paris. I used to go there. Used to go there for fun years and years ago, but then I used to get to go there for work, which was even better because when I was in the stock photography business, I worked for a stock photo agency. Sort of place where you're doing a story about something, you need a picture, you phone them up, they've got the picture, they represent the photographers, da 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 da. Right, so I used to deal with loads of like space companies and things like that, NASA and ESA and all these people. And we were forever trying to get to do stuff with British Aerospace or EADS or whatever. So work with, like, let's say, go to the Paris Air Show, and we had a partner agent in Paris, and they would get us press passes. So Maria and I would go over there, and we would spend some time, I'd do my work and, glad hand and shake hands and do this and that and find out all the gossip about whatever and stuff like that. Do all the work I needed to do for like a couple of hours, and go back to the Airbus press tent and sit there for us to watch the flying display. And it's like right near the runway. Amazing view, and people just keep bringing you food and drink all the time. It's just so inconvenient, frankly. you know, you're there trying to have a look at the latest whatever. I saw the very first ever flight of an A380 at a public display of the A380 was at Paris, and the last flight of a French Concorde. They flew a Concorde in to Le Bourget, where the Paris Air Show is, for the museum, and that was the last French Concorde flight. It landed, and then loads of crew, cabin crew and pilots got out and all stood along the wing of the Concorde. Really nice. Absolutely loved it. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. The food and the drink was just exceptional. I mean, you know, I got as much work as I could done early doors, and then just went back to left Maria there, came back, sat there and watched the air show. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Chat GPT are going to damage stock photography badly. A lot of stock photography, yes, definitely. However, where I used to work dealt with science and technology, and whereas some of the stuff can indeed be done by well, these artificial intelligence things, there are some things you can't do with AI, and one of them is produce genuine, scientifically accurate and valid photography, because a lot of the stuff we were dealing with wasn't just pictorial, it was actually recording science, if you like. Oh, Ben, good to see you. Thanks for dropping in, mate. Take care. And some of the stuff you just can't fake. You can't say, you know, like Hubble, stuff Hubble's been doing on James Webb Space Telescope. You can't make that up. You can't AI that realistically and have it accurately there. You know, not you can have something that looks a bit like a star cluster, but it's not actually the star cluster that you want. It's not M20, or it's not the Small Magellanic Cloud or whatever. And people who know about these things will know when they see it. I just remember one day had a picture. It was on a transparency of some stars, a very anonymous looking star field, and my boss Giancarlo was trained in astronomy, and so I'm showing him this transparency, and I said, Giancarlo, you know, I think this might be such and such, and it might be I don't know, Sirius, or it might be this, it might be that. I don't know, but I'm not quite sure about the how much it's taken in, and all, you know, the angle of view and all that. And he took one look at it and he said, that is the northern end of Scorpius, that's such and such, that's such and such. And by the way, it should be the other way around. I mean, AI ain't going to get through people like that, I'm afraid. I don't care how clever they think it is. It's not going to get through things like that. So, yeah, AI is going to do a lot of damage to a lot of things, music, art, and all that. That's going to suffer, but I think some of the sciencey stuff will hopefully still retain its integrity. Let's hope so, anyway. So there we go. We're getting on. It's a big old exhaust pipe, but then it is it is an egg kit, so it will be. Lossy Mouth, yeah, Shackletons. Yeah, I remember. Did see they had an AEW3 Shackleton at the International Air 2 one year, and the commentator described it as a collection of World War II spares flying in very close formation, which I thought was harsh, but actually probably true as well. So, rear chassis parts assembly. Do you know what? God, there's actually a danger I might get this finished. Well, oh, got an hour to go, and all I've got to do is make the turret. We are motoring along this time, my friend. I tell you, motoring along. It's a good thing I've got like 3 more egg kits up there to do with things. I've got a MiG-15. I've got HMS Hood and USS Lexington egg kits. That'd be hilarious. Really good fun. So, yeah, Westmoreling. So, pretty sure we used to do gliding at Westmoreling years and years and years ago. Oh, night, Joe. Didn't hear much from you today, my friend. You're all right. Hope you're okay. Do get in touch, have a chat, Joe. Joe, are you going to Telford? If you're going to Telford, make sure we catch up there. Oh yeah, I know. Ha ha ha. More than 4 parts. I know, much more than 4 parts. Many more than 4 parts. There you go. And I need one of these. I need the bottom half as well as the top half. Who would have thought it? This radical design. The top and the bottom half. My goodness, no wonder the tank was so good. I need a B10 and a B4 as well. Here's the B sprue. No one's made a SpaceX kit. Yeah, it very probably is licensing. Do you know, it's a bit bizarre. I find it all very strange. I used to be involved with like copyright and stuff like that, and it never ceases to amaze me that a company like Airfix needs to worry about paying a multi-billion-dollar company like Boeing a license to make a model kit of one of their fighters. You know, because like the whole point of like trademark and stuff like that is to prevent confusion in the buyer. Now, are they saying that the confusion is that it's a real F-35B rather than a scale model? Bearing in mind that Boeing don't make a scale model of the F-35B, how can there be confusion? It just seems to me to be like a bit of a money grabbing exercise from a massive company. I mean, huge company. Now, is it a reputational thing? Well, reputation in whose eyes? If you make a bad kit of an F-35, are people saying, well, that F-35 Lightning, that's a rubbish plane, that. I'm going to make sure I get in touch with the Ministry of Defence and make sure we don't buy any more because the kit of it is rubbish. Of course not. They're just going to think that kit's rubbish. So whose reputation is at stake? I just don't understand it. I just do not understand this sort of level of corporate paranoia, frankly, that you have to make a company like Airfix pay you to use what is actually quite a generic name, Lightning. You know, there's more things in lightning in the world than just aeroplanes. And to stop the confusion in the mind of the customer. It's just stupid, absolutely stupid. Never understood it. I'm sure there's all sorts of clever legal reasons why it's actually very sensible, but to me it just seems really stupid. That's my 2 cents. John, you're off, mate. You're very welcome. Do come back for the next one. Remember, 3rd Thursday of the month. It'll be, goodness. Let me check the, excuse me, I just need to check the calendar up here. 1st Thursday of the month is going to be the 7th of December. Yep, so 7th of December, the next one. Yeah. Good. Yeah, Emma, I don't know how much is involved, but you have to officially, these things are officially licensed. And the amount they can charge can't be that much, otherwise Airfix couldn't afford to pay it. No disrespect to Airfix, but in terms of budgets, relative budgets, lots of Lockheed and Boeing and all that are so massive. compared to Airvic. And it's just ridiculous. I'm just so ridiculous. Yeah, that's just my opinion. A glow in the dark. Yeah, I'm sure someone could make it in glow in the dark plastic. You know, you've got all those Aurora kits coming back out now in glow in the dark. It's very 70s, 60s, 70s. Oops, excuse me. Yeah, cash indeed is king. Andrew, I don't know if there's one. If there's one likely to be in the air, but I will ask my mate Jeff, who will be on the table of the Mosquito Special Interest Group at Telford. He is a volunteer at the Mosquito Museum, and he will know. He will know the buzz if anyone's likely to be getting one flying over here. It is something that's sadly missing over here. I'm hugely looking forward to the Beaufighter getting back in the air. There's one being rebuilt at Duxford, isn't there? That would be fantastic to see that fly again. Well, to fly, never seen one. I don't know why I said again. One flying again, to watch it for the first time. Never seen one. Okay. That's all those bits sounded. Hey, excellent. I'm here with his alcohol and you're there's a cup of soup. I know, but that's just life. That's just life. Bed red oxide-ish primer. Oh, that's a good, interesting thing. I do have the ammo rust primer. It's a polymer primer. I'm kind of halfway with these. I mean, I like a lot of the primers I use are a mixture of polymer and acrylic, and they're okay. I'm still not entirely convinced by them. They give quite a shiny result, and they take a lot of curing. The adhesion onto the plastic isn't brilliant compared with, so it's a bit more pure acrylic, or in something like a rattle can. I use what's it, Genolite rattle cans, and they're really good and they stick really well. The primer seems to bond really well, but yeah, I haven't actually given it a go yet. Maybe when I build my tank I'll give it a go with that, because I want to do a little bit of rusting, not a lot of it, but a bit of rusting on it. Oh, Jake, yep, AK rusty oxide primer is the best. Excellent. Excellent. Right, so let's put the turret and everything together. We are rocketing along tonight. Nothing's going to stop us now, eh? That Starship? Yeah, remember them? Jim, hey, how you doing? Good old Chicago. How about them Bears, eh? Not a great season, my friend. Not a great season so far. Hey ho. One day they'll recover their form. Yeah, 618. Yeah. You see, I would have been flying at Westmoreland to when was I finished flying gliders at Westmoreland? About 78, 79, something like that. I guess we were there. I did my scholarship at Debden, RF Debden, actually. Oddly, I say oddly because Debden is on the Central Line, which is what I'm on now. I could have caught a tube there. Yeah. Yeah, not so good, I know. Can you show us how that 3D printer works and how to load up a part we want for a model build? I can. When it's all done on an app on your phone. It's quite bizarre in a way. Um, I will be doing a second video to that because the first one, as you know, is just like setting up and getting the thing running. And the other video, the next video, will be things like um, the software that comes with it does things like you can import, obviously you can import STL files or whatever from other things. You can scan objects and then print them. You scan them. You take loads and loads of pictures, like at least 20 pictures from different angles and different up and down and left, right, whatever. And then you put them out up to their website, and then they have some software in there that it sort of works out from there, creates an STL file that you can then download and send to the printer. You can modify files, you can create files actually from scratch in it. Maybe the phone isn't the best option, so something like a pad tablet would be better, I suspect, for doing that. But it runs on iOS, iPad and iPhone software. Probably runs on Android as well. I don't know because I haven't got an Android thing. It'll also create an avatar from a selfie, so you take a selfie and it creates an avatar for you. There we go. Yeah, so we'll be doing that. I don't know when I'll be doing that though, because time is very tight with Telford coming up and a lot of builds I need to finish next week, not least of which is the F-16 and the Cossack 2. Cossack is getting there. It's such a complex piece of kit, such a complex build. The Bears are doing better than the Raiders. Oh boy. Well, so that's what happens when you move from Oakland. You go to Vegas. Golden Knights do well though in the hockey, don't they? Which is quite bizarre. You think, ice hockey, Las Vegas, 100 degrees all year round, but they've got an ice hockey team. And I'm painting the tiger in a 3-colour pattern. I don't actually know what I'm painting this in at all yet, to be perfectly honest. I have no idea, so I will see. What is Telford, Emma? Telford is the annual Scale Model World exhibition. It's a 2-day exhibition. It is full of exhibits by various model clubs, IPMS model clubs. I think pretty much all of them have a table and show off their members' works. There are all the special interest groups in the IPMS as well, have events. There are manufacturers there, the likes of Airfix are there, and Kinetics are there. Edward's got representation, and DBMK are there, so if you're going, check out the DBMK table. They'll have their 1/32 scale de Havilland Hornet prototype there, which would be fantastic. It's a 2-day thing, and then people just get together and go and talk about models and chill and relax, and it's actually quite fun, really. 2 days at Telford International Centre. It's a big exhibition. If you go back this time last year, pretty much November last year, have a look at one of the Monday Matters I put up then. One of them is a Telford special, and there's like a 10 or 15 minute segment there about Telford. It shows you some of the things that were on show, some of the kits that have been made, some of the stuff that was being shown there for the first time. It's it's cool. It's actually quite fun. I'm looking forward to it. It is just a place for hanging out and talking rubbish about models. There's a big competition area there, like national competition thing as well, which is where some stunning builds. I mean, stunning builds are there as well. So it's really cool. Alan, Diamond Kenny, yeah, Kenley as well. We used to, because I was at school in Kingston, and we used to go to Kenley, and we went to Westmorley. We went to both over the years. I guess depending on what was available when we could book it, I suppose. But as I say, I did my flying thing at Debden in Essex, with its altitude limits for its proximity to an airport. Not that we were ever going to get that high off the ground, but you know what I mean. Can you make a model of figures of your family using a 3D printer? You can using a 3D printer, absolutely, but you need a model. Now, how you get around getting the model is the thing, really, I guess, how you actually put it together. Whether you scan them or whether you actually, that would be an interesting thing to try, wouldn't it? I mean, it'd probably be best to be done on a really good resolution printer, maybe a resin one. But yeah, absolutely, you could do that. I'm sure there's ways of doing it. I'm sure that I've seen software for phones as well back in, well, not all that long ago, for creating 3D models from stuff. I mean, it should be reasonably easy to do, I guess. How am I finding the instructions for the Kinetic F-16? Actually, do you know what? Not so bad at the moment. I haven't got that far into it, but so far, okay. Let me show you the cockpit. I'm really pleased with the cockpit. Shouldn't be showing this because it's part of the build, but I'm really pleased with it, so I'm going to. You can't stop me. It's my channel. You can't stop me. There you go. That's the cockpit. Let's get some light, and I don't know if you can see that very well. No, it's not going to focus very well. Will this do the trick? Yeah. Anyway, that's the cockpit. So what I've done is just put in ghost grey, light ghost grey first. Painted in the black for the panels. Dry brushed them to bring up all of these little bits and pieces. Little bits of pick out some colour, just pretty much at random, really. The instrument panel here. This is an Edward Look instrument panel, so it's like a 3D printed resin pre-painted thing that came in like 4 pieces, so that's really nice. The control column, I've added a dab of red for the fire button and a little dab of grey for the little toggle switch. The thing that annoyed me most was the throttle lever, or thrust lever, whatever they call it. It's not technically a throttle anymore, it's a thrust demand lever. It seems very long. I might actually even cut this down because it does seem very, very long. And it was just like a handbrake, like a sort of shape. I'm thinking, that is pretty much not how thrust levers work. They're more like, and then you've got to twist it for the afterburner like a motorbike. So I put in the little sort of side thing with a bit of like round stock I had lying around. I might still, before it goes in, cut this down because this does look very, very, for 1/48, that's looking like quite a long, I think that's like about a foot long. I'm pretty sure the lever isn't a foot long. So anyway, there we go. That's what it's I think it's looking. I'm really, really pleased with it. So that's going to go in, and then all the other stuff. You leave the seat to the last minute basically. You put the seat in really, really late, and then cover them up and all that when you're spraying whatever later. But yeah, really happy with that. Really happy. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so very, very much. Robert Harris. Yes, thank you. Jake, what's my favourite World War II fighter that's not British? Wow. That's an interesting question. The Zero, very, very pretty aeroplane. Very clever design. Very clever design. I've got a fondness for the Thunderbolt P-47, just because it's a big old chunky thing, and that's how I feel most of the time. Big old chunky thing, just trying to do the best in the world. I think probably I would have to say the ME-262. I mean, it was a thing that in World War Two kind of redefined the ability of a fighter, and thank goodness they didn't use them properly and get to produce enough of them, and they didn't have the material science to make the engines last longer than 25 hours, because aerodynamically it was beautiful. Very, very high critical Mach number, much better than, say, the P-51 with the laminar flow wing and all that. Way better than the Spitfire. Very good manoeuvrability at altitude for its speed. Its speed was just phenomenal, and you pack 4 30mm cannon. The 30mm cannon were an interesting idea. I mean, they didn't have that big an effective range because of the length of the barrel and the charge they could use, I guess, and various things like that. But when you get close enough, you pump over those things. Hellish, absolutely hellish, and just a thing of beauty. I mean, a really beautiful looking aeroplane as well. So I think probably I'd have to plump for the ME-262. Do I have separate workbenches or workspaces for different projects? No. Well, kind of. I have this where I'm working here today. This is mine, where I do most of the work. Assembly work is here. There's another bench back there, which you'll see I use for things like unboxings. I use it for painting, spraying a lot of the time. Because there's various. I've got background rolls. I can use different background rolls. The turntable sits over there as well, but at the moment I've got, well, not including this, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 kits in production, actively in production. So yeah, there's stacks, and there's open boxes of frames and bits and boxes, and those long sticky things with that. Actually, I don't know if you could. Yeah. Oh no, you won't be able to see it because of the everything's in the way. So yeah, I just spread it out. I've got essentially 2 desks. One of which is this one, which is a principal work desk, and the other one which is like everything else desk, basically. And I just sort of rotate them around. It's a juggling act. It's juggling. Benedetto. Ciao Benedetto, come over. No, I completed my first proper ship model, yes. I have plans to do any more. I will do another ship in the future. There's various options. There's the 1/400th Hella Aramosh I want to remake. I made one some time ago, and I want to do it again because I want to do a better job of it. As HMS Triumph, my father's aircraft carrier, Aramosh was, in fact, it was HMS Colossus. It was Colossus class carrier. It used to be HMS Colossus before it was sold to the French. So the Aramosh can be made to be HMS Triumph. There's a set of photo etch by White Ensign, I believe it is, and they that actually includes the nameplates for all of the Colossus class ships. So Glory and Theseus and Warrior and Ocean and Triumph and Colossus as well. So actually that should have gone on there ages ago. How about that? So yeah, I'm kind of tempted to do that. I'm tempted to do the other HMS Triumph, the submarine. There's an FX kit which may actually be 1/350th, and I'm tempted to do that. So it's a Trafalgar class nuclear submarine, nuclear attack sub. Quite tempted by that. Yeah, I'm sure I will at some point. It's not soon, but Yeah, I will. I promise you I will. Yeah, not indeed material, something material availability. Indeed, that I've mentioned before the crazy steels that you need, particularly in the turbine sections of jet engines, and yeah, not being able to make those steels and get the raw materials that you need for those steels, and then to forge them. I mean, they had the brains and the industrial genius to make them. It was just really not going to. They weren't going to last the way that the materials were there. They just didn't have the strength and the durability. Fortunately for us, I think. Have a ferry battle. Is there a 48th? There is, I think. Special hobby. Do a 48th. I think they have done a 48th in the past anyway. I think that's pretty much the only chance at the moment. It would be nice if someone were to do that. Airfix, for example. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, 172nd Airfix battle. Yeah, there's from Azure are doing a 172nd very, very imminently as well, which would be really good. Jim, good to catch up with you, mate. Let's we'll have a chat. So I'll be down before too long. We can have a good old natter properly. But yeah, thanks for joining in. Yeah, really, we have to difficult to find, darling. That's a problem. Yeah, oh well. No doubt I'll find one day. I mean, it's not something I'm rushing to do, to be honest, Benedetto, because you can see that I've actually run out of space up there now. Yeah, I've run out of space. I'm going to have to build more shelves. It's horrifying. Trumpeter or hobby boss? Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me if one of them do it. I've seen a picture of one soon. Starship, who's saying nothing's going to stop us now. Thank you very much. Do you know, I have this thing. I like Ken Bruce show and Popmaster. Love it, absolutely love it. Right. The only bit I don't like is trying to like the year, what the year is of things, because my dear wife will back me up on this. I think I almost every single time I'm 1 year out. Almost every single time. I'll be thinking about it and I think, no, that was 75. No, was it? Was it 75? Do you know what? No, I'll risk it. I'll say 74 and it finds 1973. For goodness sakes. Really? All the time. All the time. Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Really is annoying. Thanks for coming together nicely. Thank you. I like it. I do like an egg kit, as I've said many, many times before. I'll paint it as well. I will paint this. I think it's wonderful. I don't know whether I'm going to paint it pink, as Nunes suggested, but I might do something with it. You know what? Half an hour to go. Almost there. Almost there. Always a year out. I don't really, honestly. It's like, when was the end of the Second World War in Europe? 1946. That's rubbish. Andrew, a whole side of the lounge. Good effort, my friend. Good effort. I have a very understanding and wonderful wife who indulges my attempt That's living the life through model making and making a living through model making. It's been enormously supportive. I would this, you know, I'm always saying to all you guys, especially on the supporters special, I will say, without you guys, this channel wouldn't be here. Well, without Maria, this channel definitely wouldn't be here, because I would not be doing this without her support. She's an absolute star. So there. Dane, off to bed now. Good night, my friend. Thank you so much for dropping by. Hope to chat with you soon. I'll see you weekend after next, on the Sunday, isn't it? Sunday at Telford. Yeah, catch up. We'll have a chat. Good to see you, man. Oh, Bobby, the 148 335. Oh, that must be a huge piece of kit, because that was not a small aeroplane. File, arrow, absolutely astonishing thing. C8, C8. You sunk my battleship. Oh, how many times have you heard that? Yeah, Dornier 338 with the Kubelwagen. That's nice. Very nice stuff. Oh, 8 go on the back. Good. Yeah, that looks like a nice little thing, just like, yeah, the kit's not difficult enough in 48th scale, so just make it a bit more difficult. We'll chuck in a vehicle and a couple of figures as well. Excellent. Love it. Love it. Thank you. Good job on the tie. Thank you so much. I'm enjoying it. Because it's all coming together, really. You know what I mean? It's like one of those. It's like when you start to put decals on an aeroplane. You do all of the camouflage and all that, and it's like, yeah, and you start putting the markings on, and suddenly it like comes to life. And this is a bit like that. Put a turret on it, and suddenly it's a tank. Yeah, an egg kit, and I'm using tweezers. How about that? Rob, 14x8 shed. Oh, my friend, I'm so jealous. I'd love a shed to work in. Hope you've got some good heating. Hope there's room for a small refrigerator for various things, because obviously your primers need to be kept at the right temperature. About the same temperature as beer, I understand. Just a rumour I heard. Have a good one. Good one. That sounds fantastic. Oh, 6x4 shed. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, I bet it only survived. Has it survived this week's storm? Is the other thing. I don't know if it's come through here yet or not. What do I do with them all? They sit in boxes at the moment. I've no idea what to do with them, frankly. There's so many. They're all over the place, and a lot of them in storage boxes piled in. Oh dear. Yeah. I actually got a new storage box today, or yesterday, because I was having trouble getting one big enough to hold the 124 Spitfire to go up to Telford. So got a new one. We found one eventually. That's big enough. It is a beast of a kit. It really is. I'm so tempted to make another one at some point. Maybe when the Mark 8 comes out, I'll do that. I don't think there was a... If I can find someone who was flying an FR Mark 8. There wasn't an FR Mark 8, was there? That's a pity. No. The Mark 8, when it comes out, I'll be tempted to buy one and to build it. Slightly. I don't know whether I will or not. Orange Panther. See, why not pick pink Panther? Oh, come on. Goodness. I have to write this stuff for you guys. I should have done that. Or maybe it's too obvious. Maybe it's too obvious a gag. A pink panther. Pink tiger. I've got pink primer. That Tamiya spray primer. I've got some of that. 100th scale tank. Yeah. You see, a lot of these smaller scales are actually quite intriguing. I'll be in Telford again. Be dropping by 144th.co.uk. Have a table there, and they've done like all the Lightning squadrons, and squadron markings for all the squadrons that had them, and they've got prototypes, and they're doing this, and they're doing this, which you probably couldn't do in 70 seconds. And they've got them all there, and all that things like the Avro 707s, and really interesting research aircraft and stuff like that. And because they're only sort of that big, but it's still really beautifully detailed. British company. If you're at Telford, have a look. They normally have some really interesting stuff on their stand. Things do you know what? I'm actually quite tempted by that. Yeah. Oh, resin display boxes. What, like the clear resin stuff? Mate, they're so expensive. Absolutely so expensive. I can't believe it. I was looking for one for the Spitfire, and it was like going to be like 200 quid or something. £200 for some clear plastic. It's ridiculous. Didn't do it. That's why it's sat in a box. It's been sat in a box for ages, and now it's sat in a proper size box, more commensurate with its standing, as it were. Rob, yeah, absolutely, mate. Best of luck to everyone who's anywhere near the worst of this storm, because it's a terror. I mean, talking about like 90-mile-an-hour winds or something on the south coast and stuff. That's horrendous. A bit of breeze is fine, but a bit of like that's like just it's not. It's a hurricane in all but name, really. You know what I mean? It's horrendous. So, whoever you are, wherever you are, if you're anywhere near this bad weather, stay safe, please. Yeah, Fix found some new tool or reissue. It's a reissue. The I'm going to guess 2018. I've got one up here actually. I think it's the 3rd or 4th issue. It came out as the Royal Navy one. It came out as the RAF one, with the black, all over black one. And this one's now come out with RAF schemes and a Fleet Air Arm scheme from when 892 Squadron sent a Phantom to some American airbase, and they zapped it, painted out Royal Navy and put Colonial Navy and things like that on it. And it's quite funny. But it is the same kit. But the beauty of it is that you get the parts for the RAF and the Royal Navy version. The Navy version, of course, has got the extendable nose gear. It has, from memory, it has the radome. You can open up the radome and there's the radar dish. I think the radar dish might actually be on the clear frame as well, which is quite cool. So it's really nicely done. And it has more stencils than I've seen anywhere else. It's just insane amount of stencils. But it's accurate, I guess. I hope. I wonder how much stick the boys at Airfix are going to get over that whole Black Buck Vulcan thing. That was very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sure there's other things that will stick on this. These little chaps, where do they go? Now we're getting into that stage. They're getting into that final stage where you're looking at thinking, hang on, I'm sure there's something should go into that little hole that's there. There's nothing there. There's something needs to go up there and something needs to go. Oh, and something there. Ah, that's why there's two of those. See? There we go. 20 minutes to go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. New British Innovation Bundle. Vulcan, Valiant, Buccaneer, Meteor, Lightning and Harrier. They are trying those bundles out, aren't they? They really are trying to sort of knock out those bundles. Yeah. You see, that black back thing, yeah, it was terrible that they... I'm going to guess they used one photo to do the research on and didn't do the right amount of research, didn't find the right, more than one picture, because there are more than one photo. There are very few pictures of the Alki 101 pylon, very, very few, but they are there. But just to go with the one, and one which, if you look really, really carefully, is very obviously not showing a pylon, but showing the main gear door in the background. It's quite a shocker. So, there we go. We need some Cold War 148th Newtool jets. I think we've had quite a lot. I think, haven't we? Phantom's not that old. Buccaneer's certainly not that old. It's supposed to go in that way. It doesn't go in that way, does it? It says it's supposed to go in like that. Okay. Buccaneer Phantom. Don't know how old the Harrier tool is. It's not one of my favourite. I've built a lot of 172nd Harriers and Sea Harriers. Not my favourite kits. Jake, good night, mate. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing you must... What, are you meaning British 148th? Because there's quite a lot of them. Oh, 148th. British Phantom would be pretty spectacular. To finish out the Fleet Air Arm review of the Fleet Air Arm, wouldn't it? Would be to have a F4K Phantom in 148th. That would be pretty groovy. Yeah, Lightning and Jaguar retooled in 148th. Yeah, that'd be nice. They would sell. The Lightning would sell for sure. Jaguar probably would as well. It's a beautiful little aeroplane. Did the Lightning use reheat for takeoff? Absolutely, yes, it did. Absolutely, yes, it properly did. It got them rolling down the runway. Someone will I'm sure someone will know exactly, but you got it rolling. Then you hit the afterburn reheat, and then you ride that upward, and gone. Absolutely gone. Thing of beauty to watch. Plenty of videos of them online. Plenty to watch. Hello. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm enjoying making the tank. Don't flag, mate. Have another beer. I will. It's just my mind starts wandering so often. A handy home computer of the 80s. I can remember who I am, what the day is. Ask me any questions, I forget who I am or when it is. I can't process that much information. I've got about a 2K memory up here. There's not an awful lot of like World War II Soviet planes. Well, there probably are actually. I mean, the old Sturmovik, I suppose, is very easy to get hold of one way or another. Must be loads of those because it's quite a classic. I do see now and again various MIGs and stuff being made and released, but yeah, not big, not much in the sort of big name manufacturers, I guess. I had a BBC B. BBC. I had a Spectrum. I had a couple of Spectrums, a 48 and a 128. Commodore 64. All sorts. Oh, that's quite a lot of those old computers. On the Spectrum, so I had the Spectrum when I was at college. Shows you how long ago it was when I was at college. And I was studying scientific imaging. We had a thing called a densitometer. It measures how the density of an image, like a negative. Back again, it was when film was there. It wasn't digital. So we had a little thing. You shine a light through, and it shows you how dense, how dark that tiny patch of film is. Because the darkness shows you the image in negative normally. But I figured out a way of getting the densitometer to map across an image and then to produce a reading and then convert that into an array to show on screen, and the reading determined the colour of the pixel. Essentially, it was false colouring imagery. So I shot some stuff on infrared sensitive film and then ran it through this project and essentially created a coloured infrared image of an object. Very, 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 very pixelated. I mean, it's probably 30 by 20 pixels in total for a 35mm frame, but it worked. I was really pleased with that. I was really happy with that. I got a good mark for it, and I forgot it all. But it was done on the Spectrum. 48K Spectrum was the computer that ran it, because the college computer, the whatever it was, DEC 11780 or whatever, didn't do stuff like that. Ran Fortran, and I'm good at that. But I did the old Spectrum Basic, and it worked really well. I was happy. I was proud. There we go. Oh, it's Commodore 64 games. Goodness me. Well done, you. My nephew is in computer games now. Does all sorts of things. Yeah. Amazing stuff. Those early computers. People don't believe them. You say to people what you used to have to deal with and what it was, and how much memory it was and stuff like that. In those early days of Elite, that was my favourite game. Elite. I loved playing Elite. And if you read the story of them developing it, they were literally talking about bytes in saving bytes, not megabytes, bytes. And there's a point where they figured that they could address things. They could save like 8 bytes somewhere or 12 bytes somewhere, and it meant that they could then give all of the star systems 2-word names. Massively expanded the potential galaxy in the game. That's a brilliant game, Elite. Really was. I loved it. Absolutely. I used to spend hours on it. And there's on the Commodore. I don't know if it's a Commodore or the early IBM compatibles. It's a tank game I used to play. Like a tank commander. Pretty much a wire drawn sort of thing. But brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Probably very different. Yeah, it is very different. 5 of us walking a little office in Portobello Road. How about that? Well, the place I used to work in the stock photography business was on Westbourne Grove, just down the road there. I was 24 years I worked there. We snipped down Portobello Road. the original office of the company was just off of Portobello Road because the original directors all live there now. But yeah, absolutely amazing part of London, very creative part of London. You know, I used to talk about, you know, days hanging out with like Hawkwind and Motorhead and things like that. Absolutely amazing. Well, while I've been chatting, and with 10 minutes to go, my Meng King Tiger with Porsche turret is built. It's assembled. There it is. You didn't notice, did you? You were just listening to me rant and rave and ramble. But no, there it is. There it is in all its beauty. What a fantastic little kit. The turret even goes up and down and it goes round and round. There we go. Oh, it means I'm going to have to start something else next time. I'm going to have to paint this as well somehow. But I will. I'll paint it up. Don't know how and when and in what colours, but I will paint it. I will have it for the next live stream. There we go. I'm at a bit of a loss now. Let's do. There we go. Let's check it down. I only ever made Deadly in Elite. Well, yeah, I know how you feel. It was a tricky. There was a way you could. There was a cheat that you could do. But then I just didn't really want to do that. You know what I mean? But it doesn't work on the rebuild of Elite that was released a few years ago. But there we go. Lee, good to see you, bud. Yeah, first Thursday of December, be there. I'll be there doing it again. So Little Beauty, thank you, Bobby. Yeah, it is lovely. Have I glued the hull on? No, I just actually I don't know if I did glue the hull. I probably did actually. I can't remember. The pegs holding it are properly crunched, but I will run some glue down this front edge. I know that. Yeah, I know. Well, you know, Robert, you see, had you had it on the on a sweep there, none of you would have won. There we go. There we go. 1 hour build challenge, yeah, whatever. Ain't happening. I don't build anything. I can't build anything in an hour unless it's got like 4 parts because I chat with you guys too much. I enjoy the chat. Rob, thank you very much, my friend. Yes, do look out for me in Telford. There's only like about 2 or 3 of you I know what you look like, so I couldn't say, hey, I'll look out for you at Telford. But do please look out for me, and please, please, please. Anyway, if you see me, just come up and have a chat. You know, I'm not too busy or anything. You know, I might be chatting with someone, but if I'm, you know, like on a date or whatever from efforts, but if I'm chatting and it looks like I might be, you know, you don't hang around and you won't get on with things, fine. But come and find me. If I'm just wandering around, there's no time that's off limits. If I'm wandering around, just sort of nosing about and whatever, and you think, oh, leave me alone, don't. Come and say hi, please. Come and say hi. Yeah. Oh, really, Andy? Oh, no, they actually fit all very nice. I'm just going to spray it up and with a bit of primer and see where I go with it, and then do the track. So it's not going to be pretty, but then it'll be fun. It'll be different. Yellow with black stripes, kind of like the Tiger Meat aircraft, I guess, in the old days. Bobby, I hope to see you in Telford as well. Seriously, please do come and say hi. Anyone who wants to. I think it's going to be an interesting show. I don't know if Airfix will be bringing out anything new there. I mean, last year they released the club kit. They announced the club kit at Telford, but I don't know what they're going to do this year. I mean, they're still a little bit behind on their release schedule, I think, to be fair. They've still got stuff to come out that they announced that's sort of not here yet, and it's November. Last year they managed to get everything out. This year, not sure. Absolutely not sure. Where's my Rotodyne? That's the first thing I'm going to ask Dale. Where's my bleeding Rotodyne? I want my Rotodyne, please. Dire Straits wanted their MTV. I want my Rotodyne. Bloodhound would be nice as well, but Fairy Rotodyne, desperately want that. Okay. Video on YouTube of someone painting a tiger with tiger stripes. Yeah. Well, you know. Yeah, could be done. Got to be something slightly comical, hasn't it? Really, or slightly off the wall. Can't do like try and be an accurate one because it's a cartoon kit, a Meng. But I'm really happy with it. Oh, it's lovely. I'll get more of these. Really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. Right, almost time up. 4 minutes to go. I'll finish my beer. So yeah, Telford is going to be a hoot. What have we got coming up? We've got coming up the Cossack 2. We've got the F-16 started building. There's something next week that I haven't told you about. I'm putting up next week. Then we've got Telford. I've got the second part of the 3D printer video to do. So much, and there's other things I've got to start that I have started and I haven't even told you about either. So there's loads and loads and loads and loads of stuff to come. And Jadlam have Rotodyne for pre-order. Yeah, well, so do Airfix, because I've pre-ordered one. So yeah. Oh dear. Marcus, Hall 3 on the Spruce RS stand. I think, from memory, Hall 3 is where Harrow, my local group, are, and the Mosquito Sig, I'm sure they're in Hall 3. Whatever, wherever you are, I will be there. I will be coming round and I'll see every stand, and I'll try and say hello to everyone I possibly can. Because it's such a good atmosphere there. It's so chatting, good, helpful, interesting. There's a lot of really, really, really good builds there, but also some really interesting ideas. You know, so yeah. Bobby, did I finish the mini art diorama? No, that's another thing that's sort of beetling away at. If I actually counted things I have started that I'm still actively working on, I've probably got about 9 things going altogether. But yeah. Leslie. Oh, lovely. Thank you very much. That would be really nice. That'd be brilliant. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll look out for that. I will look out for it. Hobbs, yeah, Calvin and Hobbs, yeah, I like it. Good idea, Derek. Yeah, see you for Monday Matters. Don't forget Monday Matters. It's gonna, yeah, goodness, it's that time of the week already, isn't it? Goodness me, it just comes around so quickly. You know, time flies when you're having fun, and I am having fun. I am living the dream, as they say. Hope you'll do stay safe, by the way. Really, seriously, look after yourselves in the UK with this terrible weather. Worldwide, the weather is appalling in a lot of places, so do please look after yourselves. Stay safe, stay well, stay healthy, and keep the old modelling going. And do you know what? If you've got anything you want to share, just drop me a line with them. You know, email me. If you're not on the Facebook group, join the Facebook group with 450 other like-minded people, and just let me see what, you know, share what you're doing. It's a nice place to be. It's a good place to be. Dave, good night, mate. Yes, I'll be there both days as well, so look out. We'll bump into each other for certain. Cheers, Rob. You take care, mate. I find time drags when I'm not having fun, to be perfectly honest, Emma. These 2 hours just go by insanely quickly. Yeah, Lee, see you soon, mate. Take care. Thanks, all of you. Very, very nice to see you all. Yeah, it was. Do you know, it was a quick couple of hours. It just feels like 10 minutes. It really does. But thank you all. And yeah, I'll paint this up over the next few weeks, and start on something else next time. All right, Chris, good to see you, mate. Jaws, see you soon, mate. Well done, Glue Troopers. Yeah, absolutely. You take it easy, guys, and I'll catch you soon. Hopefully, I'll catch you at Telford. Definitely for Monday Matters and a few builds in the week. Yeah, take very good care, guys. See you soon. Thanks for coming.